welcome back to the event centre, the Silver Fern Farms Event Centre in Te Araha. This is the playoff for third place in the boys' side of the draw of this North Island Schools Invitational Tournament. It is Manukura up against Waihi. Waihi in your picture now. We've just seen the girls' playoff, the third and fourth. Tararua College too strong for Mercury Bay. This one will then have the girls' grand final. And that'll be between Manukura and Takura Kokiri. And that will be followed by the boys' final. Te Araha College against Hamilton's Ngā Taetia Wharikura. So all those coming your way this afternoon. Right here now, though, the boys' playoff for third place. And funny to think, isn't it, Hugh? These two teams played yesterday, Manukura and Waihi College. Yesterday, Manukura too strong for Waihi, 62-33.
And it came down defensively yesterday, didn't it? They just swamped them. Their full court press from the start of the game right to the end was enough to earn them the win. And they went, and they needed a win yesterday, did Manukura, to make themselves into the final against Ngā Taetia, but it wasn't forthcoming. Ngā Taetia turning it on and earning their spot. But there is the Manukura roster. Starting for them, Hekai Lambert, Jalen Blake Kaiwai, Sheldon Tairea, Xavier Murray, and the ever-impressive point guard, Tai Rolls Paiwai. For coaches, Tia Tamata Frost, Miles Pearce, and Nick Horvath. And for Waihi College, fresh off a win over a Te Araha team that rested their starters this morning. A win nevertheless, starting for them, Jack Vautier, Kobe Taylor, Corin Dillymore, Ryan Butler, and Tane Atcher, whose dad is the coach, Steve Atcher.
Yes, I had a quick word with Steve Atcher just a little while ago, and he said, you know, it still felt good, that win over Te Araha. You know, he knew that the A players were being rested, if you like, but a win's a win, and he'll take it. He was saying they wanted a better start in this game than they had yesterday. I think he said that in the first quarter they scored 6 points, and they don't want a repeat of that.
Yeah, that's right. They came out the blocks firing, did Manukura, who this time will be wearing their red, having worn black yesterday, and they'll look like they'll be going from right to left on your screen.
That's impressive, isn't it? That young ref, I should say, Christian Porgai, in your picture there.
I saw him shooting some hoops earlier today.
Oh, he's got all the skills. You know, spins the ball on his finger. Mind you, I guess a lot of kids can do that these days. Reffing with Paris Irwin.
Xavier Murray, who had a fast start yesterday, who will contest the tip against big Ryan Butler. And Manukura take control of possession. And here is Rolls Paiwai to start things off. Straight into their work. Murray and Lambert, a little two-man game. And there's the baby hook from Lambert. Too short, gets his own board. And they're on the scoreboard immediately with a 2-0 start. Well, the loss yesterday, Jenny, through no fault of Jack Vautier, wearing number 9 for Waihi College, who was tireless and didn't stop working for his school.
He was in the thick of everything, wasn't he, Vautier?
Oh, nice pump fake there, but good defense as Vautier came over to help. Butler as well, getting that big frame of his in the way. Here's Vautier, shoots a three-pointer from the top, but too much on that one. It's Rolls Paiwai who comes away with the rebound. And that lay just opened up for the diminutive point guard. Just too much on it though. Xavier Murray there to clean it up. There's Jalen Blake Kaiwai, whose three is off, gets his own rebound. We'll shoot another one with Blake Kaiwai. This one he drains. 5-0 start for Manukura from Palmerston North. There's Butler and a nice high arcing floater. He gets to find the bottom of the bucket. That's good inside out play. drawing the defence in and then finding the shooters on the outside. This time they go back inside. It'll be Manukura ball. Rolls Poway for three from the wing, banks it in.
He was dominant in yesterday's game, wasn't he? Rolls Poway.
That'll be a real confidence booster for him. His first three-pointer of the day, dropping. There's Tainatcher. Had a bit of foul trouble when these two teams met yesterday. Kobe Taylor skips in and finds his big man. It's Etcher. Probing for a bit of space on the baseline. Instead finds Taylor, who puts up a nice jump shot from mid-range. Down that goes. First 2 points on the board for Waihi College.
That Waihi College team, it's a rebuilding one apparently, as happens with these schools. They go through cycles.
Here's Vautier. Looking one way with the eyes, going the other way with the body, and earning a trip to the charity stripe for two. Nice jerseys, the Waihi jerseys. The Waihi College ones. You think they're too busy?
I was just going to say...
I could tell by your face as soon as I said that you disagreed with me.
I had a busy face. Yes, well, my face is busy, but see, I prefer the nice bold of the, block colour, the Manukura.
I think they look coastal, which is, a trait of Waihi, known as well for the sun and sand as well.
You think, though, for coastal Waihi, they should be green and blue for the bush, and throw in perhaps a little bit of gold.
But then half the jerseys in the country would be green for the bush. AFL being played there. Shot clock runs down. Someone's going to put it up. It's going to be Hikai Lambert as it expires. Waihi College good possession, good defensive possession from them. A much needed stop.
Speaking of uniforms, though, one thing I know, Hugh, they are all come a long way. The strips for secondary school sports these days, all the teams, they're well turned out. They've got gear.
I think it's an incentive to get kids playing as well. If there's a nice uniform to be had out of it, get me playing, that's for sure. As Ty rolls Poway, 6 a three-pointer from the baseline.
Well, it's just impressive too how professional so many of these teams are. Looking at as an example for Manukura, I was in the tea room and in came Natasha McCausland, the manager for that side, doing the drink bottles, it was like it was the big time. And I guess for a lot of these kids, this is the big time.
Well, it's either, for a lot of them it will be the highest level of basketball they play, but also it's a pathway to higher levels of basketball, and it's a preparation for, perhaps college basketball, perhaps provincial basketball, perhaps semi-pro basketball in the New Zealand NBL, or even higher honours professional. And that's where you learn the tricks of the trade, learn how to prepare yourself.
And I think too, and learn how to behave. I mean, that thing about respect, and you respect. It's not about that. It's not just about you. It's about everyone else who's, making the sport possible. Yeah. Volunteers,
the uniform manager, everything that comes with sports these days. Here come Waihi College on the break. Here's Jack Vautier looking for Tainatcher. He finds him. Good swift passing across the top of the key, but Didamore's three-pointer just a little bit too strong. There's the trailing a big man. It's Sheldon Tidier with the nice little floater. Good cut, great block. We saw so many of those yesterday, didn't we, from that man, Xavier Lambert. Hikai Lambert, sorry, I should say. And here he is on the offensive end. Birding a trip to the line.
See in the background of that shot, Sophie Oswald with her ruptured ACL. I still can't get over that. Played a fair few minutes in the girls' game that we've just seen. No doubt a trip to the surgeon in the next month or two.
Taranua College hang around for another night, so
Well, why
enjoy
wouldn't
their
you?
last night as a team before the seniors move on next year to wherever they are off to.
It's a big year, isn't it, at the end of that year 13? I mean, it's exciting, but it's kind of scary too. You know, a mixture of leaving your mates, but your whole life about to open up in front of you.
And even more complicated this year with who knows how next year will look with universities and sport and everything, really. Good passing there. And Jack Boche finishes it off. He's fouled. Clattered, really, as he did finish as well. To go to the line for one more. Crisp inside passing, which is needed against this disciplined defence of Manukura.
Waihi into double figures. Have a look at this.
It's Regan Green with the final pass to Vautier. He'll look to convert three-point play. He can't, not this time anyway. As Ty rolls Poway. Eyes up, as any good point guard should have as he makes his way down the court. Shoots the three to finish it off. Rattles around, good rebound. Tiaha Richmond into the game, but a pass means Waihi College come away with the ball. Well, I think at this point, as the timeout is called in yesterday's game, Jenny, they were down 14 or 15 points.
Yeah, I was just thinking Steve Atcher, Waihi coach, will be a lot more pleased with this. 13-10, they're certainly in it. And I wonder too, you know, I was still mentioning that earlier game this morning when they beat Te Araha, and of course we take that with a little bit of a grain of salt because Te Araha didn't have all their big players on, but it would still give you a boost, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Any win's a win. You know, you can only play what's in front of you. No point worrying about who's being rested or who's sitting on the bench. And Manukura, they copped a tough loss yesterday against Ngātai Tia, who we'll see in their shocking orange jerseys in the final later today against Te Araha.
That was an interesting game, wasn't it? Because we were actually covering another game on this court, and the noise from that game beyond.
Dunks in the background and rim rattling blocks, and yeah, I think we're in for a treat of a grand final, and both the boys and the girls later this afternoon. Right now, it's pride on the line and the third place medal up for grabs between these two, Waihi College there and Manukura out of Palmerston North.
That is a very powerful coaching trio, isn't it? Miles Pearce, Tia Tamata Frost, Nick Horvath.
Geez, two tall blacks and a current Manawatu Jet. You couldn't ask for much more, could you, as a young boy to be learning off? Green shoots a three from the wing, rattles around and gets a friendly roll, and down it goes for Regan Green for three.
Well, here we go, game on, 13 all.
Richmond working his way around the outside of the arc. Kawhi Blake. 5 on the shot clock. He rolls Poway. Tries the ambitious inside pass, and it's either going to be a turnover. It is a turnover. Good defense from Waihi College. Almost daring Manukura to shoot from three. Well, we're going to see Manukura girls team in action later. I'm intrigued to see Paris Mason up close and personal. Jenny, fantastic dual code start.
Well, she's a young woman with a terrifically exciting future and a lot of decisions to make, I suspect. But for now, I just hope she's enjoying it.
Yes.
I mean, so much talent. Top netballer, recently signed for Central Pulse for next year.
And also a junior tall fern, representing our country in basketball.
And under 21 netballer. I wonder what else she can do. Probably good at badminton.
Spin a plate as well, probably. Juggle.
And I bet she can sing.
Just arriving now at the Manukura girls team. Just poked her head into the door to come and watch their schoolmates play. Pleasure to be here. Hugh Mann and Jenny Woods in Te Araha. Watching some schoolboy and schoolgirl basketball as Tia rolls Poway, just misses that three-pointer from the wing, and Waihi College come away with it. Really lacking the defensive intensity we saw yesterday from Manukura. His full-court press was smothering. This time it's Tain Atcher who skips through the defense and finishes for Waihi College, gives them a 2-point lead, something they didn't have at any stage yesterday. A little bit too much mustard on that reverse layup.
Yeah, interesting to see what happens here, just to see, yes, whether or not this goads Manukura into greater efforts. Oh, great hands. I don't know how he caught that ball, but couldn't make it sink.
Richmond in front of him. Finds Blake Green, who shapes to shoot. Thinks better of it. Oh, lovely little drop into Taylor. There's Votier's clattered. No whistle coming though, so Taylor will go again. We'll have to find some help there with just a second on the shot clock. And that'll be a turnover there. I'm not sure why there wasn't a
I
whistle,
feel I should hold up a scoreboard for degrees of difficulty for that spin and roll from Vautier. Gee. Steve Atcher gives him a rest on the bench, making sure he's all right.
The defense there, Cody Taylor, getting his hand in the way, and he rolls Poway. Tiaha Richmond just steps on at the sideline.
Just like all the players froze just for a moment, realised he was out. 1.5 minutes remaining in this first quarter. This is close, 15-13. Waihi. Noses in front.
Swinging across the top of the arc. Finds CJ Smith into the game. Regan Green scoops his way into a bit of space, just off with his jump shot. Away comes Kiriti Rohihi. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication between Rohihi and Cherrington. Sorry, and Tiaha Richmond, I should say. So just a few sloppy errors from Manukura we've seen early, and maybe lacking that defensive intensity we saw yesterday. And Waihi College found themselves with a 2-point lead with a minute to go in the first quarter. Skipping into heavy traffic.
Well, you can only call that brave.
Yes. Well, his coach may have other words for it. That's nice basketball. Nice pick and roll there between Jalen and Blake Kawai, and finished off by Xavier Murray. That's fundamentals on display. Here's Etcher. Thought about a three in transition. Regan Green does shoot the three from the wing. Just off. Carry there, called.
Yeah, great defensive pressure from Tain Atcher. Just put that bit of doubt, I think.
Caused the hesitation. CJ Smith, and there's just 5 seconds to go in this first quarter. Regan Green looks up to the clock, hesitates down low, finds a bit of space, banks it off the glass, and just couldn't get it to go. Despite the good footwork in the first quarter, here is in the books.
And what a good first quarter it has been. 15-all at the break.
Tukaha.
It means stand strong.
To the great challenges we face. To stand strong with our brothers and sisters.
With our families and our communities.
With our supporters.
With those who lift us up to take on the world.
It's the name of our haka.
Tāringa whakarongo ki Aomori.
Stand strong.
Stand with us.
Tukaha, New Zealand.
Quarter time here at Te Araha, 15 all in the playoff for third. And the boys' side of the draw, Waihi College, they are giving Manukura plenty to think about. Manukura sort of got out to a bit of a lead to begin with. But Waihi have come back, much to the delight of Coach Steve Atcher, sitting there on the chair, suggesting, I'm sure, ways in which that they can hang on to this lead, well, not hang on to this lead, but turn it into a lead and push on. Wouldn't that be a scalp to have? These two teams don't meet terribly often. They're different parts of the country, really. Waihi up on the, well, virtually at the base of the Coromandel Peninsula, and Manukura in Palmerston North.
You would have seen an ad there for the Schick 3x3 Cup coming your way between the 12th and the 14th of November from ILT Stadium Southland. Olympic sport, of course, 3-on-3 basketball. 10 men's teams, 10 women's teams will be in action over that weekend. Tickets are on sale through Ticketek. And the teams have been started to announce, with the most recent being the Tasman Suns, who represent the Nelson region, an offshoot of the Nelson Giants.
Good name.
That's a good name, isn't it? They're the only of the men's teams who have decided to go away from their branding and create a new one for the Tasman Suns, and we're going to see some classic Nelson Giants players playing there, and the likes of Sam Dempster, a long-time Nelson Giants player, Bronson Berry, Tom Ingham, who starred for them in the recent NBL showdown, and Tyson Ayalopatia, a young 19-year-old with a bright future ahead of him, and Mike Fitchett will be there coaching them. So some wonderful players being announced in that 3x3, which will be a great weekend of basketball in the Deep South. For now, it's all about the schoolboys and schoolgirls here in Te Araha. Finals day. Who's going to come away with the third place medal here between Manukura from Palmerston North and Waihi College? St. Atcher wants it to be Waihi College, and that's a good start.
Yeah, pretty place, Waihi, through the Karangahaki Gorge. You can go on the train, you can do the walks. Of course, there's also Waihi Beach, not bad.
Not bad at all. Blake Kawai's three-pointer, just a little bit off. It's a wild pass. Can Regan Green save it? He can't. He just put his foot out of bounds. And Manukura will have possession. Ty rolls Pawai wide open on the wing, and that's a dangerous sight if you're the Waihi coach. See a young man of that talent, leaving him wide open. I'll make you pay as you did then. Cypress Taniora looking for a bit of space, looking for his big man in the end, but instead Manukura come away with it. Here's Blake Kawai. Loses the handle, bounces on the line. The referee gets a bit of help from the Waihi College bench, but the right decision was made.
Yes, right there, ref, right there.
All five of them pointing right down at the spot on the line. CJ Smith going around the Taniora screen. Taniora just didn't roll in time. Here come Manukura. Rolls Pawai with a beautiful baseline bounce pass. Murray couldn't get it to go though. And away comes Regan Green the other way, battling his way to the hoop. It is end-to-end stuff in the second quarter here as Pawai.
Oh, this is incredible from Green.
And he's earned himself possession as well.
Jack Vautier coming back into the game. Remember, after that heavy fall in the first quarter, he went to the bench. Now he's back. I have to say, though, CJ Smith acquitted himself pretty well. Oh, very well.
It's Atcher, the Mika Picona-esque fake show. Here's Vautier, nice pass to Green, just couldn't get it to go, and it's Hikaya Lambert who comes down with the rebound and earns a foul. Here's Lambert. Puts the ball on the floor, drops it into Murray. Good steal there.
Get the feeling the Waihi College defence is a lot better or a lot tighter today. And that's brilliant from Tane Hatcher.
Also having a lot more time to bring the ball up. Waihi yesterday, they were just smothered as soon as the ball was inbound. It took so much effort to get it over half court, let alone get it in the bucket. Another turnover forced by Waihi. Vautier and Atcher decide who's going to look after this possession. It's Ryan Butler just pass a little bit behind. Dillimoro has he cut, and here comes Rolls Parwhite. Getting the ball stuck on his hip there as he tried to go around the back.
Almost as though it hit a bit of Velcro around on his waistband. Waihi College up by 1. Make that up by 3.
The deck hard there, but he's straight back up, and Regan Green putting on a show out there for Waihi College. Ty Rolls Parwhite somehow finds a bit of space in the baseline. One pass too many low inside, and it's Regan Green again who comes away with the ball for his team. Here's Green. 7 on the shot clock, driving off the glass, can't get it to go.
Danger man.
Rolls Parwhite in transition. A bit too short with his layup there. They're just not finishing as crisply as they were yesterday, Manukura.
I guess that could be a bit of tiredness, also perhaps a little bit of Waihi now knowing a little bit more about Manukura and about their offence.
Vautier contested 3, good defense from Hikai Lambert again, but good hustle. And big Ryan Butler.
The speed of Atcher.
Goes straight into the defense as well. And somehow Vautier comes down with the rebound, but he's travelled unintentionally.
It's always tough, isn't it, the way the ball goes sometimes, and of course your feet have moved, but not allowed. Well, who would have thought? 21-18, Waihi College over Manukura.
A much better contest than we saw yesterday between these two teams.
Again, Steve Atcher, coach for Waihi, was saying just how thrilled they are to be here. He said the whole year has sort of been just like pre-season, really. They've had nothing to play, and they haven't been able to get the intensity of a tournament like this, and this is what they've been holding out for. That's why these 3 days in Te Araha have been so valuable. Because it's a hard thing to replicate, isn't it? Tournament stresses.
It certainly is. I'm just trying to keep players concentrated when they're away from home with their mates, in the hotel or motel, wherever these teams might be staying. Just trying to get everyone to bed on time, I imagine would be tough. Especially when you have 2 games of basketball a day that these teams have been playing.
Waihi out there, keen to get on with it. Just over 5 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Let's see what Manukura bring. So we certainly know what they're capable of.
Here's Lambert, go around the big screen from Sheldon Tidier. Tidier rolls Parwhite, 3 from the wing. Lambert with the offensive board. He'll go straight back up. He's fouled as he does. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Makes his first is Hikai Lambert. And his second. 2-point game. Here's Jack Vautier. Trying to find a bit of space. Finds Dillymore. He drives straight into Lambert. He might have got away with a walk there. So it's Kobe Taylor who puts up the mid-ranger. That's off target. Oh, big block again, Hikai Lambert. With that big paw of his up there, and that's a shot clock violation. Well, that's a one-man wrecking machine on defense, Hikai Lambert for Manukura. Those long arms of his.
Tyrell's Paiwai getting just a little words of wisdom from Miles Pearce.
There's Lambert on the offensive end. Dropping into Xavier Murray. Foul's been called, or maybe a foot on the line. Either way, it's Waihi College ball. Subs, maybe a bit of blood for Xavier Murray that needs to be looked at.
So, Awatea Cherrington re-entering the game.
Here comes Vautier. Assessing his options as he brings the ball over the half court. Dillymore out the back. Up it goes from Ryan Butler, and down it goes from Ryan Butler. Waihi College playing with just a lot more flow to their game.
I think they're believing in themselves.
Far less static as Rolls Parway looks to stop the rot and can't get the three to go. Swarming defense this time coming from Waihi College as Sheldon Tidier puts it to the deck. And it's a long two, but it won't go, and that's an illegal attempt at an offensive rebound.
And I wonder if it's a combination of that, you know, they're believing in themselves, and perhaps things that yesterday worked so well for Manukura just aren't quite in sync today.
I also wonder, I think Manukura came with designs on going far in this tournament, and having not made the final, maybe some of that intensity has just gone a little bit as Ryan Butler puts up a nice little right-handed hook shot.
He's a tall fellow, Ryan Butler.
He is, and it's good to see him using his size a bit more than he did yesterday. Use that frame of yours, Ryan. Not everyone gets one like that. It's like Kaiwai jumping it off to Cherrington. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Sheldon Tyler jumps. Good defense. Ryan Butler doing it at both ends for his school at the moment. It's a little bit too ambitious from Tay Natcher. Just out of reach of young Kobe Taylor.
Wow, it's a good brand of basketball though, isn't it? It's exciting, good to watch. Must be even better to play at that sort of pace.
Kennedy Rohi. Like Kawai, here's Hikai Lambert for three. Too much on that, but a good rebound from Cherrington. It goes up, and it'll go to the line for two. First is Awatea Cherrington. Lambert waiting patiently in the corner for his three-point attempt, just short, and here comes Tain Atcher.
It's a while since the scoreboard's moved for Manukura.
Nice hesitation from Atcher. He'll his spot to the line.
25-20. And 2 minutes 20 left in the first half.
Takes them both, does Etcher. Extends the lead to 7 points. There's 2 minutes to go, just over 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, and another turnover.
Oh, that's great balance from Etcher. Keep that ball alive and stay in court.
It's clattered there on the side. The whistle does come, but it comes against Etcher in the end, and Manukura will have possession. Etcher takes a seat.
Leon Wolfenden coming in.
Lambert to Jalen Blake Kaiwai, who sinks his three from the corner. Regan Green, sorry, just trying to get hold of the ball. And he does eventually, finds Kobe Taylor. He puts it on the floor. Vautier with some big contact, waiting for a whistle that doesn't come. And away come Manukura.
He spent a little bit of time on the floor, Vautier, today. Always bounces up, though. I suppose that's the beauty of youth.
There's Lambert spinning his way into the lane, earning a trip to the line. Foul before the shot, I think the decision may have been. And it will be sideline ball by the looks of it. Just over a minute to go in the first half. Lambert again with that spin, loses control. Manages to keep possession, do Manukura, but not for long. And here's Regan Green.
So Manukura once again denied.
Shot goes up from Cyprus Taniota. He can't get that to go. Lambert with another defensive rebound. Blake Kawai follows his own shot, but can't get it to go the second time either. Great hands. Stripped away, Kilati Rohihi. And courtesy of team fouls, Manukura will go down and shoot free throws. Too many hands in the cookie jar there from Waihi College. As Rohihi looks to just trim this deficit. 23 seconds to go in the first half. He makes his second, splitting his free throws, and it's a three-point game. See if Waihi College settle for the last shot of the half. Taniota hands it off to Vautier. Oh, he has a trip to line with just over 7 seconds to go.
Surely the ambition there must have been to get a foul. Because he went through, that was
Certainly
just
would have been a tough finish.
It would have been a tough finish.
Four players. Maybe they're trying to get Kai Lambert in foul trouble, and he's made his way to the bench, so they might have just done that, which is smart work given how good he is defensively. This is his first. That makes the second. Timeout called by Manukura. And they'll talk it over. Just draw up a play for these last 7 seconds. See if they can trim this 4-point lead before the big break.
Back in the day, I used to think, that was crazy, but I've totally changed my mind now about that sort of use of tactics, use of time.
Well, if you're going to use 7 seconds, you might as well use it correctly and plan for it. And if you've got the timeout, you've got the timeout to use.
28-24, just the 4 points in it. Both these teams at last year's finals, Waihi finished 10th, Manukura 4th. So Waihi will be well pleased with what they've achieved here. Although, of course, that was the Nationals. This is just the North Island part of it. Amazing to see. Opanaki were the champions last year. I was mentioning earlier, that's what happens with a team. They lose their senior players and they have to rebuild. In a way, that's quite good too, isn't it? So you don't necessarily get one school dominating the whole time.
No, you shouldn't really get dynasties in school basketball, should you, given the very nature of students coming and going and moving on?
Well, I guess what happens is schools get reputations, don't they? Anyway, enough of that for now. 7.5 seconds left. What can they do?
Just about get it over halfway. So we've let go away for 3, and it doesn't go. Nice play though, and they got the look they would have wanted, but it doesn't go down, and that's half-time here at the Te Araha Event Centre.
Interesting situation. Half-time, 28, Waihi leading Manukura, 24. We'll be back shortly with the second half.
It's an exciting time right now for basketball in New Zealand. We're extremely grateful to have so many kids wanting to play the sport. Numbers are really booming, and particularly at the high school level, we have so many teams wanting to compete in our national championships. Where we're going is we'd like to improve our depth. We think we have some outstanding talent in our under 15 and under 17 age group. Now we want to see if we can actually grow those numbers and try to get players competing against one another. So as a country, we're going to become stronger and stronger. And the goal at the end of the day is to try to have some of our senior teams win gold medals at pinnacle events, world championships and Olympic Games, and for our junior teams to also be standing on a podium at the end of a world championship.
At these camps, we're able to learn from lots of different coaches that come from all around New Zealand. I'm able to make mistakes here and get lots of feedback and record it and take it back to my own representatives, coaches like in Wellington, and teach others what I've learned as well as take it in and adapt my game.
It's an honour to put on the black singlet. It means a lot, and it's a good accomplishment.
I think the camps are really good to attend because it's like coming into an environment where, one, you've got lots of really good coaches who really know what they're talking about, and you're with lots of other players who also play at such a high intensity level, so the skill at camps is also good.
All the people have different moves, so it's harder to defend as well, and it's just packed in tighter, so it's not easy to get into the paint.
These camps are good to attend because you're playing against, you're going against the best players in New Zealand for your age group. Yeah, I have ambitions to become a tall black because it's just good to represent your country.
We're going to continue to invest. We're going to continue to focus on the junior development in our national camps, and we're just happy and grateful that we get so much support from the basketball community in New Zealand.
Half-time here at Te Araha. Waihi College leading Manukura by 4 points. Probably not what most people would have expected, but my word, the boys from Waihi playing well. At the moment, they're just a little bit sharper than Manukura. But you can imagine what those coaches at Manukura are cooking up at the moment.
I think they'll just be asking for a bit more engagement from their players. The defensive end, especially that full court press. If it's not done properly, it's not worth doing because you're just leaving holes and leaving a lot of space behind you, whereas yesterday they certainly did it properly. But Steve Atchell will be very happy with what he's seen. They're playing with much more flow. Waihi College, much more freedom of movement. They look like they're enjoying themselves a lot more out there today. After a win this morning, looking to make it 2 wins today. Waihi College.
Wow, it'd make it a very happy drive home, wouldn't it? Manukura possession. Hikai Lambert to Rolls Paiwai. He's a bit of an excitement machine, the number 4.
Here he is, great fake high pass and then throws the bounce pass in. And Xavier Murray gets the hoop in the hand. We'll go to the line for one more. The Manukura girls side watching on from the bleachers ahead of their grand final.
Yes, looking forward to that game coming up before too long. Up against...
Well, Tainacho, nice hesitation with a fake pass on his way through. Just couldn't get the finish. And here come Manukura. Jalen Blake Kaiwai. Sheldon Tide putting the ball on the floor, showing great skill for a big man. Kyle Lambert getting the ball poked away and getting fouled. On the baseline, I think. A lot of arm in there.
Yeah, full credit to the referees for working out whose arm is where, doing what.
Shot clock creeps into single digits. They're going to have to get a shot up, and it's Sheldon Tide for 3. Tainacho comes up away with the long board. Regan Green, what a first half he had for Waihi. Butler pulls up from the elbow. Doesn't get that to go. So Manukura will bring it the other way to their impressive point guard.
Yes, I don't think Butler could quite believe he had so much space. Oh, well read, beautifully read. Regan Green.
That's drawing a foul. So Kyle Lambert goes to the bench. Vautier wide open for 3 from the inbounds. Can't get the bank to drop. And it's the bright red of Manukura who come the other way. Quick hands. Richmond looking for the entry pass. Good hand, though, from Regan Green, who's putting on a stellar display. Tainacha comes the other way with a tough shot. It's Vautier who's followed it well. Both teams just struggling to get the ball in the basket at the moment. And there's 2-point game early in the third quarter. Third place on the line.
Well, that's right. The commitment from the Waihi College players is just incredible. They're not willing to give anything away.
Hatcher. Vautier to his right, Dillimore to his left. He opts with Dillimore. They're dropping into Butler.
Oh,
Good
great
hands.
work.
Richmond. Spinning to the baseline, finding rolls Powai. Thought about the three. He said the three comes from Jalen Blake Kaiwai.
That was great reward, wasn't it, for what Te Ahoa Richmond had done on defence.
Manukura to take a lead, albeit a slim one. Green muscling his way in, too far even. Found himself stuck under the hoop, and it's 3-on-1 the other side for Manukura. And up goes Xavier Murray, who wanted to throw that down with authority, but just got it tapped out of his hands. Green for three, just off. And here comes Richmond, who's been active in his minutes so far. Rolls Paiwai for three. Off the front iron. Who's going to come down that one? Regan Green, but a little push in the back, I think, from Xavier Murray.
I can't get over the difference, you know, between this game and the game that these two teams played yesterday. So completely different. This one, tense, exciting, skillful. And the other was just a bit flat.
Etcher showing some skills, but Richmond was ready for it. Another steal for Richmond, who's had a couple in the last few minutes. And here he is with the ball on offense. Fires it out to Sheldon Paidua. He drives in and finishes off the glass. 3-point lead now for Manukura as we approach the midway point of the third quarter. And there's that full court pressure we saw yesterday. Vautier drops it off to Etcher. And all of a sudden, Waihi just finding it harder to get close to that basket. Etcher draws a foul though, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Tane Etcher being far more effective in this game. He was certainly trying lots yesterday, but today they're coming off. I suppose that's what you do, isn't it? If things don't come off, you keep trying. Sooner or later, they'll work for you.
Bit of blood spotted, I think, by referee Christian Pokai. He's just inspecting the floor to see if there's any more as a towel is sought.
Oh, it's not the yellow towel from the previous game, anyway.
That's gone safely back with Tararua College, I think, to hire to it.
So the teams all go back to their benches.
I think there'll be a bit of an investigation here, Jenny, as to the source of the blood as well. It's going to be cleared up. With a spray and a wipe. As we see Nick Horvath there and Tia Tamata Frost taking the opportunity for a bit of coaching. Played some key minutes for the Tall Blacks, did Nick Horvath there with the beard during the mid-2000s. He's a keen writer of the written word as well, Jenny.
I was so impressed to hear that. A mystery novel he's written. This is Nick Horvath we're talking about.
I'm feeling it might not be his first either, but One in particular, yeah, he's just finished anyway.
Well, as soon as this competition is finished, I'm going to look him up and read it. I'm always so impressed by people, well, like yourself, who write non-fiction, but fiction. I mean, where do those ideas come from? There's a little bit of spontaneous cleaning here.
Always got to be careful when there's blood around, especially these times.
That's right. Well, they're not taking any chances, are they?
I shall take this chance, though, to let you know what's coming up later on this month from Basketball New Zealand. Labour Weekend, to be specific, the Aon Under-15 National Championships, provincial that is. Labour Weekend, the 24th to the 26th. Under-15 Nats held in Hamilton, at St John's College, Hamilton Boys High, Fraser High and Cambridge High. 31 teams, 16 boys, 15 girls. Spectators all welcome. 6 games a day on the 25th and the 26th will be streamed on Sky Sport Next. And also on Labour Weekend, the Under-17 National Championships out of Christchurch, held at Cal Stadium in the YMCA in Bishopdale. 24 teams, 14 boys and 10 girls teams. Spectators welcome, 6 games a day, streamed on Sky Sport Next as well. Now, why don't we just clear up the court here and investigate the source of the blood? We'll take a wee break here and we'll be back very shortly.
Tukaha.
It means stand strong.
To the great challenges we face. To stand strong with our brothers and sisters.
With our families and our communities.
With our supporters.
With those who lift us up to take on the world.
It's the name of our haka.
Taringa whakarongo ki Aomori.
Stand strong.
Stand with us.
Tukaha, New Zealand.
So just a pause in this playoff game, 31-28, Manukura now leading Waihi. Partway through the third quarter, just over halfway actually, we've got a clean-up operation, I suppose. And we've got organisers going from one end of the court to the other. So obviously somebody's had a scratch or a ding and has spread blood. Whether or not they've found the source of it, I'm not entirely sure, but it won't be too long before we are back in action. And it won't be too long after this game before we have the girls' final. Manukura, so this will be the girls' side of Manukura versus Tauranga's Takura Kokiri. And that should be quite a game. Manukura unbeaten. And from what I can see, looking at the stats and what have you, that the strength of that Manukura girls side is the fact that they've got a number of players who are threats. So no good just shutting down one or two, because another couple will start scoring for you. Whereas Takura Kokiri have got a couple of real guns that they tend to rely on. So I think it will be quite something, this girls' final. And of course then the boys' final after that, which is where I'm sure these two teams would have been hoping to be playing. And that's Te Araha College up against Hamilton's Ngātaetia Wharikura. So an absolute feast.
An absolute festival of basketball. Speaking of feast, we've got all our snacks and things here, which has been very helpful in the break.
Well, I haven't eaten the snacks. Snacks. I have gone for the chocolate caramel slice, which...
I was wondering where that went, actually.
Yes, I ate it. And I ate it yesterday too. And I'm going to try and find the volunteer who makes it, because I want the recipe.
Still cleaning up the blood. It was spotted, and then someone spotted all the other spots, and there's a trail on court number 1 here at the Silver Ferns Event Centre, Silver Fern Farms Event Centre.
They need like a tracer app, don't they? Like we've got for COVID, so that you can...
And a big round of applause for Laura from the Te Araha Basketball Association, who donned the gloves and did the clean-up job. I wonder if it might be a welcome break there for Waihi College, who found themselves on the wrong end of a run from Manukura.
Yeah, the momentum had just swung, hadn't it? So 5.5 minutes remaining in the third. 31-28. Manukura leading Tainacha with shots.
Misses them both, but perhaps an encroachment, and they'll take the second one again. It's a little bit too early, stepping into the key.
Yes, you could see that he'd gone a bit early too. He made quite a show of it, number 9.
So Acha will have another shot to trim the lead by 1. He gets a friendly roll, and down it goes. And on comes Cyprus Taniorda for Acha, who takes the seat. Manukura up by 2. Jalen Blake Kawai showing the handles, stepping back into a 3 and draining it. There's Regan Green still working hard. Couldn't get that to go. Handoff work from Manukura. They'll try and find themselves a bit of space. Oh, good hand. Regan Green again. With his hand in the cookie jar. Oh, and shows the stretch and the finish at the other end. They'll go to the line for one more. What a game Regan Green's having for Waihi College.
And what a brilliant bounce pass.
We'll go to the line to convert the 3-point play. Stop the back iron. And Jalen Blake Kawai with a good box out. The shooter comes away with the ball. So there's his options. Finds the trailing Sheldon Tairia. Oh, nice spin. Great spin. That's Corin Dillimore, who did all the hard work. Just couldn't get the finish. High rolls, Paiwai doesn't need to be told twice to shoot the 3. Come away with the board as well, Manukura. Murray tries to find a bit of space, baseline. Good defense from Kobe Taylor. Blake Kaiwai for 3, right in front of the commentary bench. Can't get it to go.
Oh, that's good D from Waihi.
Kobe Taylor thought about shooting. He's wide open. He thought about it for too long. Blocked by Murray. Xavier Murray doing great work defensively there. And that pass from Rolls Paiwai. Not known about by
those players seemingly almost just hanging in the air. Three and a half minutes remaining in this third quarter. 34-29. Manukura hanging on to this lead. Shots for Regan Green. Yeah, and that is the correct score you would have noticed. So that'll go to a 1-point game, 34-33. So suddenly it's closed up. Nothing in it.
Blake Kaiwai driving. Excuse me, driving, trying to find a bit of space.
Oh, he did well.
Oh, Tia Charrington. Had to work hard for it. Vaultier to Regan Green. Almost too much time to think about the 3-pointer. Instead finds Vaultier again. He skips through, throws it off the backboard, fouled as he does so. The basket won't count. And Vautier will go to the line to shoot 2.
Great shooting from Vautier. Back to this 1-point margin, 36-35. Manukura still leading.
Murray trying to thread the pass through, but Vautier had read it well. Just a day ago, Jenny, Waihi College were kept scoreless in an entire quarter against Manukura. And here they are, trailing just by 1 with 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, they'll be well pleased by this performance. Sheldon Tyria comes back into the game.
Rolls Pie White. Charrington. That's a big Sheldon Pie there. And he comes to the right-handed runner and it bounces around the rim before dutifully dropping. Foul called before the shot went up. So sideline ball to Waihi College. Cypress Taniota drawing the foul. It's Regan Green takes a well-deserved break. Big Ryan Butler back into the game. Waihi College using free throws to stay very much in this game. And that'll all pay off in the fourth quarter. Another quarter find themselves in a bit of foul trouble. They already have Kai Lambert, their best defender, on the bench with foul trouble. Here's Rolls Pie White. Hands it off to Blake Kaiwai and skips through. That's off the side of the backboard and away they go the other way. Oh, Blake Kaiwai though, making up for his missed layup.
And how's that for speed?
And here he is in the corner for 3. Can't let it go. Big offensive board. Amatia Charrington. Sheldon Tairia for 3. That's off. And finally, Waihi get their paws on the ball. But how long for? Vautier is harassed by Manukura. And that is an 8-second violation. Fantastic swarming defense by Manukura.
And the entire Manukura bench up on their feet, doing their bit to help. Final minute of the third quarter, 38-37. Manukura still in the lead.
Shot has to go up, and it does from Rolls Pie just off to the left, and the rebound snaffled by Corin Dillimore. Kobe Taylor looks inside to his big man, but good defense. Amatia Charrington just bumping Butler out the way as he tried to corral that ball. Rolls Pie White. Tadia for 3. The big man showing a bit of range.
That makes things a little bit more comfortable for Manukura.
Time runs down in the third quarter, and belongs to Manukura, who've come from behind to take a lead.
So at the break, 41-37, Manukura over Waihi College. Three-quarter break here at the playoff for third and fourth at the A Schools tournament here in Te Araha. 41-37, Manukura now leading in this game. You can see there, Tia Tamata Frost laying down the law to his boys. They did well, Manukura, in that third quarter because they started it behind. They won at 17-9.
Just more intensity, more engagement, and a few helpful three-pointers from the likes of Sheldon Taidia and Jalen Blake Kaiwai. Waihi College out there ready to go as Manukura made their way out of the huddle. And they're underway, and they weren't quick enough, were Manukura, and that's the easiest basket we'll see scored today. Two-point game again. If Waihi can find themselves with a couple of early stops here, they might be able to just unsettle. Three-pointer there for Jalen Blake Kaiwai. I wasn't sure if his toe was on the line. I think it has been deemed a three-pointer. Two-pointer, I believe, and I think that's the correct call. Here's Jalen Blake Kaiwai. Can't get his three to drop. His mid-ranger to drop, excuse me. And Tane Etcher, who's been impressive today for Waihi, and Jack Vautier will bring it the other way. Dillimore, good hand there from Rohihi. There's Vautier with it.
Oh, over the top.
Regan Green up against a bigger defender. Just couldn't get it to go. Still fighting for it though. As Manukura come away with it. Oh dear, Cherrington. Three on the shot clock, has to go up, and it does. And it goes in as well. Kiriti Rohihi with a nice left-handed layup. Oh, nice drive. Jack Vautier into contact. Go to the line to shoot two more. He's been non-stop over the last 3 days. Jack Vautier for his school.
I think a lot of these boys from Waihi, they play with boundless energy. They just need some of these shots to stick Waihi if they're to hold on to Manukura. They trail by 7 at the moment. That'll help.
Six-point lead. Can Manukura take this game away from Waihi? 8 minutes to go. Cherrington turns the corner, slings it out to Blake Kaiwai, who drains it from the corner. It's been a much better second half from Manukura after uninspired first half as Regan Green fires back with 3 of his own.
That was a kindly bounce, wasn't it? Off the rim and in.
Cherrington, Blake Kaiwai plays off him. And there is Cherrington. Can't get that one to go, and Dillimore comes down with the board. Vautier puts it up from the top. That doesn't go. Big rebound, Regan Green, who's just been fantastic in this game for Waihi. There he is spitting through contact. No whistle. So Vautier's in there for another offensive rebound. And finally, Sheldon Taidea comes down with it for Manukura. You want to make the trip back to Palmerston North with third place under their belt. Oh, big block, Regan Green.
That man again, Green. He's in the middle of everything.
And here come the cavalry from Manukura. Kyle Lambert, Xavier Murray, both in foul trouble. Back onto the court for Tia Tamata Frost's team. Blake Kaiwai for 3, it's off. Etcher throws it up for Green, Vautier, I should say.
Great D from Lambert. Well, arms going in all directions.
Jump ball to call, as the refs couldn't make a decision, so it will be Manukura ball anyway. There's Rohi finding a bit of space, too much on that one. What an athletic rebound and putback that is from Xavier Murray. And the timeout's called by Waihi College.
Well, Nick Horvath likes what he's seeing. He leapt up off his chair, applauding. Moved quickly for the big man. 49-43, still only 6 points in it. But only 6 minutes remaining. And as you say, Hugh, Manukura bringing out those boys who have spent a bit more time perhaps than normally they would because of their foul troubles. Xavier Murray, Hikaya Lambert.
That should just be reminding his team to get back to what they were doing earlier. And they were moving the ball well. A lot of movement off the ball too. You see the referees having a discussion. Paris Ehrman on your right, Christian Pogai on your left.
Yeah, they've done sterling work, these two, along with the other refs. They've had a full schedule of games. They've come from, well, quite a wide range around the Waikato Bay of Plenty area. So here we go, just over 6 minutes remaining in this playoff for third and fourth.
What a tournament he's had. Tyrole's Pai White. Can he help lead his team to third? Half-court trap comes immediately, but Tainachi does well to get straight out of it, and he'll finish as well. Quick bucket from Waihi to start. A stop here would do wonders for confidence. It might just rock Manukura a bit, so Kai Lambert spins through. Who comes away with the ball? Xavier Murray. And he gets it to go.
Yeah, I think we've got a query about the score here. I think that last basket scored by Waihi has been credited to Manukura. I think Steve Atcher just suggesting it should be flicked around. That could be easily sorted, I'm sure. And he adds one more, Tane Atcher.
Makes them both coming up big for his team.
Oh, great hand.
Regan Green again. It's Kobe Taylor who comes away with the ball. Hands it off to Jack Vautier. Look for the delicate little floater, but it couldn't drop. And here come Manukura the other way. Still full of energy in their final quarter of basketball this year. Blake Kaiwai spins, good footwork, and he's fouled as he goes up. He'll go the line to shoot two more. Kept his pivot foot well. Outfoxing his defender. And they'll look to make him pay from the line. Rebound, Regan Green. Atcher looking for a quick bucket down the other end. Fouled by his fellow number 10. Kiriti Rohihi, and it'll be sideline ball for Waihi College. Well, who knows what's going to come out of this scrum that we're seeing there. Vautier goes around the screen, looks to cross over, just loses the handle. And they'll reset through Atcher. 10 on the shot clock. Dillymore. Vautier wants it. Dillymore sees part for him, and a circus finish for Corin Dillymore.
And that was extraordinary because suddenly it just parted. Well done, Waihi.
Trailed by 4 as Rolls Pawai finds Rohi. He looks to skip through and he takes a lot of contact. He'll go the line.
Cyprus Taniora back on court for Waihi. And that first one goes down.
Vautier skipping through. As he come away with the rebound, it's going to be a jump ball, and they'll keep possession with Waihi College.
He's a skillful player, isn't he? Driving down court, directing traffic at the same time.
Showing his strength to match it with Lambert on the jump ball. Regan Green just short with his three-pointer. This time Lambert does come away with a clean rebound. As the clock ticks over to 4 minutes. Just off the bottom of the backboard, the pass from Rolls Pawai. Etcher's got 3 defenders ahead of him. He goes anyway. Rohi comes away with the ball. Game's still being played at such a ferocious speed. A rugby pass back to Murray, who's fouled, and he'll go the line to shoot 2. It is end-to-end stuff here. Still, with under 4 to go in the fourth quarter. Six-point lead. And it remains a 6-point lead as both free throws are missed.
So Waihi College still very much in this. Plenty of time, 3.5 minutes.
Etcher driving, not being able to finish, but Regan Green is there. Of course he is. He's everywhere in this game.
So the margin is 4.
There's Murray down low and finishing nicely. Left hand baby hook. Green thought about the 3, instead he puts it on the floor, drives. But a combination of Lambert and Murray were waiting for him. Blake Green lets to shoot the 3-point dagger just off the front iron. Waihi ball.
Well, a little bit of everything in the dying minutes of this playoff game. Playing for third, playing for a bronze medal. I've seen them, they're in the office. Security, heavy security around them.
Taniota tries to find a bit of space to get a shot up.
She did well just to get that shot away.
Tania drops it into Murray's again in fantastic position. And that did everything but go in, that ball. For Etcher, he's had a good game. He goes to work. They get the rebound. Vautier. Daniel looks to drop it in, but the pass wasn't great. Kobe Taylor couldn't pull it in. So Waihi, again with the 6-point lead still. 2 minutes to go, and there's Murray again using his frame to get in good position. Just avoided the backcourt violation, did Manukura. Rohihi, he's busy, and he gets fouled. He'll go to the line for one more. And the timeout has been called, I believe, by Waihi College.
And Manukura just starting to assert themselves, 57-51, showing some real skill. And I just wonder if Waihi perhaps starting to tire a little.
And a win this morning, of course, against Te Araha. First team to beat them. Now they find themselves 6 points down. Manukura shooting 2 from the line with 1:45 to go. It's a tall order to come back from here, but I've seen it done, Jenny.
You can just see the Opanaki team in the background. Scott Quinnell, they've just played, having a little peek at what's going on this court rather. And here's Waihi. What will Atcha do? It's not impossible. 6 points in just under 2 minutes.
It comes down to stops. Xavier Murray, since he's re-entered the game after sitting on the bench with some foul trouble, has made himself a nuisance on the offensive end. Even if he's missed the last couple of shots, he's in fantastic position under the hoop there every time. This Kennedy Rohihi. This is the 3-point conversion. What have Waihi cooked up in the timeout? Let's have a look. Vautier steps on the sideline, and that's a real killer.
And we've seen a lot of that in these last few days, haven't we?
Ty rolls. Paiwai checks back into the game to close it out for Manukura. It's the legal screen. Well, that's a turnover the Waihi College will take. Sheldon Tidea just being penalised for being a little too handsy with his screen. Can Waihi capitalise on a bit of free basketball? Let's have a look. Dillimore. Here's Taniota. He skips through. It's a tough shot.
Oh, now he's out.
And a bit more luck coming Waihi's way as Jalen Blake Kaiwai steps on the line as he gained possession. And they want to take smarter shots than that, I think Steve Etcher will want. Kobe Taylor with a tough turnaround there. They're forcing themselves to take difficult shots. What couldn't Regan Green conjure up? Oh, Jeff Faultier with a deft putback. And he'll go the line, or will he? He seems to have landed badly on that ankle, maybe landed on someone's foot. What a deft putback that is. Yeah, I think he just came down on someone else's foot, which is always a danger when you're in heavy traffic.
Oh, that's a blow for Vautier, but I guess, if anything, at least it's happened at this point of the tournament. He seems to be all right.
Moving gingerly. I think he'll take his free throw before taking a seat.
We had an incident yesterday, though, didn't we? One player went down in a screaming heap, and you thought, jeepers, what's happened? And then got up, walked away, he was fine.
He makes his free throw, and he's going to be subbed off as Tane Etcher, and if it is the last act he does, could turn out to be an important one.
Yeah, he's been super for Waihi today.
5 points still the margin, though. They need stops, do Waihi College. They need to start them right now. Goals Paiwai. Okay, a 3-second violation. Xavier Murray just gets out. Spy there. Walks there, and it's been a succession of cheap turnovers from Manukura as they're trying to close out this game. They're doing their best to keep it close at the moment. See if Waihi can capitalise this time. Taniota shapes to shoot a three, thinks better and finds Regan Green. Etcher, he shoots the three-pointer. He drains the three-pointer, Tane Etcher.
So 59-57. 2 points in it, plenty of time, 33 seconds.
The clock is Manukura's friend. They do not need to rush anything here. And there's a beautiful pass just inside. Murray couldn't make the first, but he's fouled on his second attempt. He'll go the line with a chance to extend this lead to 4. I would have liked to see them just take a little bit more time off the clock there and use pretty much all of that 24 seconds. But if they make these 2 free throws, then it's all been worth it. Makes the verse. Clutch free throw there. Still a 1-possession game, though. Can he make it a 2-possession one? Oh, Xavier Murray steps up in the big moment as the timeout is called by Waihi College.
So let's see what they can do now in the last 20 seconds or so of this game. They trail by 4. Out will come the board, the chair. Steve Etcher.
Just double checking the time. Well, they need a quick basket, and then they'll put a lot of pressure on the inbounds, and if they can't get a steal from the inbounds, they'll foul. And then we'll be playing the free throw game, as both teams are in the bonus already. And free throws haven't exactly been given points so far in this tournament, Jenny.
No, certainly in the latter stages, Manukura has come good, but not so much Waihi. This is what you want, though, don't you? This sort of end to a game at this stage of a tournament. Tia Tamata Frost, another little quick squiz at the scoreboard.
And they'll have a defensive plan, will Manukura, and we'll also have an inbounds plan should the ball go in. Don't want to crowd too much in their own half court. I want to make sure it gets into the hands of an adept free throw shooter. Let's see what Waihi can conjure up offensively before we have to worry about any of that. Good hand. From Iho Hapuku Te Nahu. Bought a bit more real estate. Regan Green will try again. It's a long pass over the top to Dillymore. He drives, runs downhill straight into the big frame of Sheldon Taidea. Great defensive play as he grabs the ball as well.
Oh, good steal.
Jalen Blake Kaiwai waiting for the foul, getting the foul. He'll go to the line to ice this game with 4 seconds to go. Well, what a stellar game of basketball and a much improved effort and performance from Waihi College, who've given everything after a big loss to this same group yesterday.
And that was great defense, wasn't it, by Sheldon Tyree, who just stood there like the blooming Empire State Building and then grabbed the ball and they were off.
Let's see what Corin Dillymore can do. As Cyprus Taniota puts up it anyway, and that's short, and that'll do us. What a game of basketball. And deserved winners, Manukura, in a tough, hard-fought game of basketball, Jenny.
And it was a good game. It went one way, it went the other. Waihi really came to play, made a game of it, because I think perhaps beforehand we might have thought, gee, this is going to be all Manukura, judging by the display of yesterday, but not so. 15 all after the first quarter. Waihi up at half-time, and then the second half really belonging to Manukura. They get home 63-57. Great defensive play. And I think very well run by their coaches, both sides. There's the cheers from Manukura. Sheldon Diarrhea, he was pivotal for them, really. Actually, so were a lot of these players. It's very difficult to pick one out. Certainly for Waihi, Jack Vautier, Regan Green, all very, very special to their teams, and a young man special to his team, this guy, Xavier Murray, he's with Hugh.
Thanks, Jenny. Yes, here with Xavier Murray. Well, geez, they made you work for it after a big win against them yesterday. They had you on the ropes for that first half.
Yeah. I mean, the first half was pretty bad, but I mean, we just pulled it back in the second half. Just had to do what we had to do.
You and Hakai Lambert had to sit down for a fair chunk of it with a bit of foul trouble. When you came back in, you were feasting down low, getting yourself in good position. Is that a part of your game you work on a lot?
Yeah, there's something I need to improve on, is just catching it in the post and just going to work.
And not the result you wanted probably overly for the tournament, but a good way to finish in third place, collect your medal, head back to Palmy.
Yeah, I mean, a win's a win, bro. Doesn't matter, eh?
Thanks so much, Davey. Well played.
Appreciate it.
There he is, Xavier Murray, and what a key player he is for Manukura. 63-57. Manukura got home, and I think we've got another couple of players that Hugh will be trying to have a chat to. In fact, he has. He's got a couple from Waihi. Hugh, who have you got?
Thanks, Jenny. Yes, Jack Vautier and Cyprus Taniota here from Waihi College. And fellas, what a much improved performance against the same team that beat you well yesterday, Jack.
Yeah, we just played well this time. Our passes and stuff. Shots are going in. Yeah.
You seem to cope much better, Cyprus, with their full court press that they were throwing at you guys yesterday. What was the difference you think that you put into that?
I think just going through it the first time helped us try and sort it out better and clear our minds, because we're really because we've never gone through a full court press like that before, so it was just new. That's why it hit us so hard the first time.
And with no nationals this year, it was obviously such a gutting, experience for you guys playing for your school. How good has this tournament been to come back, just with a week's notice and still get up and play some basketball against some other teams, Jack?
Oh yeah, good fun. Way to finish the season there.
Well, you guys did yourselves proud, very much so, this week, and best of luck on your trip back to Waihi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So there it is. In the end, it is Manukura who take the bronze medal, 63-57. Great game here at Te Araha. Too strong in the end for Waihi College. And that means that coming up very shortly, we will have the girls' final. And that is between the unbeaten Manukura girls' side and Tauranga's Te Kura Kokori. Don't go too far.